Can you join the military after having weight loss surgery? Well, working on joining the U.S. Army active duty after having weight loss surgery. I had weight loss surgery on March 2nd of 2023, and I am down 118 pounds from my highest weight. And we're gonna see if this is possible, and I'm gonna take you guys along that journey with me. But before we get into the video, if you've never seen my face before, hi, my name is Janae. I make a lot of content centered around wellness, fitness, and self-development, and helping you live your best healthy and active lives. If that sounds like something you are into, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like this video, it definitely tells the algorithm that this is a good video, it's helpful, and it pushes it out there to whoever may need it. Comment down below and let me know, have you ever thought about joining the military, period? Have you thought about joining the military after weight loss surgery? Did you think this was even possible? Do you know anyone who either got disqualified or was able to get in? Let me know all the tea in the comments below, and drop your questions in the comments below. So some background information, I actually was in the Army a long time ago. I actually enlisted on September 23rd of 2009. I did my initial contract, just 3 years, and I actually got chaptered out or kicked out of the military due to weight issues. That is where all of this began actually for me. So I got out on December 3rd of 2012. My weight issues started after I had our first child while I was in the military. And so not only was I trying to lose my baby weight for forever, but I also was trying to lose that baby weight to stay in the military. And then once I got chaptered out, to go back into the military. So my weight loss journey has spanned over the last 13 years of me trying to lose that weight to get back in. With me being a veteran, I actually never claimed any of my veteran benefits. And if you're a veteran, then you're probably like gagged right now. No, I never claimed any disability. I never put in a claim for anything. I never used any of my medical stuff. The only thing that I used was my GI Bill, and mostly due to one, I am also a military spouse. My husband is still in. This is going to be his 15th year in. It would have been both of our 15-year in because we met in basic training. That's neither here nor there. So yeah, I never needed to claim any of my VA medical stuff. And then I never put in a disability because I was always trying to get back into the military. So once I had weight loss surgery and it became successful, the thought, of course, like any other time I dropped a lot of weight, was, oh, I'm successful, I can go back into the military. Until I found out that weight loss surgery is actually a permanent disqualified. They will not let you back in if you had weight loss surgery. And so last year, I found that out last summer, and I kind of closed that book, or so I thought. I was randomly on TikTok Live, which if you're not following me on TikTok or Instagram, make sure you're going ahead and following me because they honestly get the tea first. So I was on TikTok Live talking about weight loss surgery, of course, talking about my weight loss surgery process as a military spouse because it looks a lot different from people who are civilians. And this girl watching, and she's like, hey, I had VSG. I'm also a military spouse, and I'm actually going into the military now. And I said, whoa, 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 what? I need to slide into your DMs. This was back in April. And so she told me, yeah, she told me the process, that you had to be 1 year post-op, all the way cleared, meet weight standards, and you can go back in. It's just a medical waiver. The moment she told me that, that same week, I will actually tell you the date. Her and I had that conversation on April 21st. That was a Sunday. And on Monday, April 22nd, I contacted a recruiter. I was not playing any games. Now, I must say, I came up in the military. I know the stigma that weight has. And so I was very nervous to contact a recruiter and to tell them my story. I mean, it already was a lot to have a chapter, a weight chapter, and then now to tell them that I had weight loss surgery. I was actually very nervous, but my recruiter was amazing. Like, he was immediately open. He wanted to help. He said, whatever, if this is what you want, I will help you. And so my husband, who is currently in, he is actually on a deployment rotation. And so I told my recruiter, This is not something I'm trying to do right now. My husband's not coming home until October. We have some time. This can be a slow process. And so ever since April, I started to, put the work in to get this going. So what did that entail? So first I had to get into weight standard and I had to get into physical standard. Back in April, I weighed 180-ish pounds and I definitely was not passing tape. To get into the military, you have to pass weight or tape. I wasn't passing any at that time, but I knew I had some months to get there. And then of course I needed to step my stamina up. I've been working out since having weight loss surgery, but to get into military standard is a whole different beast. So that is what I've been working on. And my recruiter said come July, that's when we can start the process because I'm gonna have to put in some waivers. So mid-July comes and I go into the recruiting station. This is the first time I'm meeting my recruiter. And I find out that my recruiter done got a new job somewhere and he is no longer with them. He's actually getting processed out, doing something else, and I have someone else taking over my case. So my guard is back up because again, everybody has their own stigma when it comes to just certain things. But my new recruiter has been absolutely amazing, bending over backwards for me, wanted to see this and still is because we're still going through this process, wanted to see this through for me. So I'm so thankful to the both of them. Even though I am prior service, I still have to do the process like I'm a brand new soldier for the most part. So mid-July, I put in my packet. In the beginning of August, we finalized that packet, submitted all of the additional paperwork, stuff on my kids, stuff on my husband. Just, it's a lot of paperwork. There's a lot of paperwork, okay? You have to sit here and get like 10 years worth of addresses and 7 years worth of work experience and all of your schooling. It's a lot of paperwork. All of these references for these addresses, and you have to write down all of your family members or immediate family members. It's a lot of information. So when it comes to weight loss surgery specifically, my recruiter already knew that I had weight loss surgery. So the first thing he had me do back in July was get 3 years worth of my medical records and my prescription records. Thankfully for me, even though I've been moving around a lot due to being a military spouse, all of my stuff is with the military. It's either with TRICARE Online or is in Genesis, which took over TRICARE Online. So all I had to do was go up to my local hospital, which we're at JBLM in Washington. So Madigan Hospital, which is on base. Go to the records people, tell them that I needed my medical records for the last 3 years. I thought it was going to be a long process, which is why I did it in July, because I thought it was gonna be like request and then wait a couple weeks. No, she printed it out right then and there. Was not prepared for that. But I took that paperwork to my recruiter and he has it to this day. So the next step was do my practice test. I did it right there in a recruiting station. I scored about a 70. I don't know what the actual number is, but I feel like he said 70. Like it's pretty much like a C plus. Like I did like a C plus. I did okay just to be doing it on the spot. And so he's like, based off of my score, I was gonna do pretty well on the new ASVAB. Now, I am prior service, which means I already have an ASVAB score. I actually already have an MOS. I can easily slide back into my previous job, but I don't want to. And I wanted to score a higher ASVAB score because I also do have a degree, and becoming an officer has also been on my mind. And I need 110 for my GT score, and I currently had a 99. So the next step for me was to go ahead and retake my ASVAB, which I'm gonna do a separate video on that. But I did retake my ASVAB in the recruiting station, and then I had to go ahead and go up to Mets in Seattle to verify my ASVAB score and take my personality test, which is a new thing. I don't know when they started that, but I did not have to do a personality test or TAPAS back 15 years ago. And now as of September 4th, I am at the last 2 stages of this process. I still have to get my physical done. My pre-screening medical paperwork has already been submitted, so we're waiting for that to get a response so that I can go ahead and get my physical scheduled. And then after that, we will know what waivers I will actually need to submit so that I can get a final yes or no if they will let me in. Now, the waivers I already know that I'm going to have to submit is a dual military waiver or memo because my husband is in. I have to put in a waiver for the type of chapter I got, which was a weight chapter when I got out of the military. And I also have to put in the medical waiver for my weight loss surgery, which that is still pending because things have changed as far as the physical is. It's just a different process, what my recruiter told me. So it may or may not, I don't know, but he has my medical paperwork. Whatever they ask for, he will be able to submit. And if they ask for anything else that he doesn't know, then we will get it at that time. Now, when it comes to weight loss surgery in the military, I made this decision because I have been 100% okay after my gastric sleeve. I've never thrown up. I was never nauseous. I never had a complication. Nothing has ever happened to me after weight loss surgery. All of my labs have come back phenomenal, even when I took 5 months off not taking my vitamins. I mean, this journey for me has been effortless, and I've lost my weight, and I am in the best physical shape I've ever been in. So that's what made me want to even do this. If something was going on internally, then I wouldn't put my life at risk, but I know my body can handle it. That being said, I did talk to my surgeon who took over my care because y'all know that I had my weight loss surgery back in Texas. Now we're here at JBLM and they have their own bariatric clinic, so a new surgeon took over my case. I talked to him back at my 1-year post-op appointment back in April, and I told him my plans of possibly joining the military, which he fully supported. Even after looking at my records and all that stuff, he knew that I would be fine. And so he told me when that time came, he would submit any paperwork he had to do. So a couple weeks ago, like maybe 2 weeks ago, I went back to his office and I told him that time has come. And so he talked to some other people at the clinic just to see exactly how to word it, and gave it to me like that same day, I think. That same day or the next day. He emailed me the letter that pretty much cleared me fit for duty. So that is another thing that's going to be on my side, that my own surgeon said that I am fit for duty. So that's something that you can take into consideration if this is something that you're trying to do. Now, I'm not normally someone who shares what I have going on in the moment I'm working on it, but I thought this was a very important thing to document no matter what the outcome is going to be, because I'm in a few different chats where people are asking, especially with my surgery being connected to the military already. I get a lot of people who ask me, can you even join the military after weight loss surgery? Or I tried and I failed, but I personally know someone who had the gastric sleeve. Again, the same girl who told me she is currently halfway through basic because she went to basic right after 4th of July or right before 4th of July. And I check on her every week, and she chimes in with me when they're able to get their phone, and she's doing just fine. So I thought this was an important journey to share, as I always share my journey. And so no matter what happens, whether they say no or yes, I just wanted to put this information out there, and maybe it can help somebody else, or maybe y'all might have a tip for me that can help me. So let me know in the comments below. Like I said, I am going to be breaking this up into separate videos. I'm going to be telling you everything about this journey. So if there's anything that you specifically want to see a video on, let me know in the comments below. Like, I'm going to be talking about the ASVAB. I'm going to be talking specifically about the physical. I'm going to be talking about how I ate and how I'm getting my body physically ready. So let me know in the comments below if there's something else you want me to touch on. And I've also been vlogging this journey as the days are going on. Like, every time something happens, I'm talking about it on the camera. So I will collectively put those clips in as well. But that is going to be it for today's video. I just wanted to sum this whole thing up and let y'all know what is currently going on with me. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon. That way you're notified every single time I post a new video. Make sure you follow me on my Instagram and my TikTok. You will always get information in the moment over there. And plus, we can connect day to day, talk and chat. I always do lives on my TikTok, and I always put stuff in my stories on my Instagram. So make sure you're following me over there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.